Hello, I am Dr. Joy Morgan, and I am the CEO of Joy Morgan Motivates. I am a leadership coach and consultant. I also coach those who aspire to be speakers, authors, and entrepreneurs. And what I do specifically in that place is I help people to monetize their message so that they take their story and they turn it into a speech, a book, or a coaching program. So that's what I do. I have a few coaching programs actually. I guess I would put them all under the banner of my Write It, Tell It, Sell It Academy. So through that, I have my 90-day Finish That Book coaching program. And so that program really just helps people to get from start to finish. We help people actually in the beginning stages of their books to actually publishing them. I'm also the editor in chief of My Joy Publishing House. So once the books are finished, we also help to publish their books. As a speaker coach, I have an academy called Talk Like a Boss. And so we help people who go from having stage fright, don't want to get on a stage, to actually having a signature speech and to be able to stand on stage and have a product or a service that actually accompanies their signature speech so that when they are on the stage, they can always sell from the stage, whether they're getting paid by the host or not. And then I have my Be Your Own Boss boot camp and academy. And so I help people to start their businesses, specifically coaching businesses. So we take people from the very beginning stages of what kind of business that they want to start, their niche audience, what is their offer, and just take them through the stages. And most recently, I just added a mentorship program called Next Level Her, where I'm helping people to actually scale and level up in their businesses, in their speaking platforms. So that's really been exciting. I've been doing that lately and just kind of kicked that off in the last couple of weeks. I started that conference 10 years ago. I can't believe it. We were about to come up on our 10th annual Roadmap to Destiny conference. And I'm so excited about that. That conference was birthed out of my first book entitled Roadmap to Destiny, a 21-day devotional for those on the pathway to purpose. And so my heart behind that book and what has become now a movement is to help people to find their purpose, figure out why they're here, identify their purpose in the earth. But then I don't stop there. I want to help people to navigate that pathway to their purpose. And so this conference is really, really designed to, one, help people to realize they have a purpose. And once they realize they have it, to do whatever is within their power to fulfill that purpose and their destiny. And so we're giving them the tools that they need. And typically, the people that come across my path, they are aspiring ministry leaders, leaders in their jobs, speakers, authors, entrepreneurs. And so we're giving them and empowering them with the tools that they need, everything from finance to leadership to public speaking. And there's a lot of empowerment that takes place from some really dynamic keynote speakers. This is a Christian-based conference, so we are going to have powerful music, praise and worship. We've got ministry and dance and things like that. But this conference is not just for Christians and faith-based aspiring entrepreneurs and speakers. You're going to have a little bit of everything. So I'm really excited about this year. Our theme is Destiny Unleashed, and we believe that people who have come in timid about their destiny, timid about fulfilling and doing the things that God has called them to do, I feel like they're going to get the empowerment they need, that they're going to take all those shackles off, they're going to get rid of all those limiting beliefs, and they are going to be catapulted into the thing that they've been called to do. So really excited about that. So they need to get in that room. The networking that takes place is unbelievable. If you have a business, your clients are going to be in that room. But if you're still trying to figure out what is my business, you're going to get the inspiration and the encouragement that you need to get started. So I've been trying to figure out for the last year or so that we've been working together, what was I doing before you came along? What was I doing? Because I was doing so many things manually. I was really overworking. When you have come along, your business and team has come along and just helped me to get systems in place, automations. There are, platforms that I had not been using before that you've introduced me to and that you're so well versed in. And you've had to catch me a few times and say, you don't have to do that, as far as creating, lead magnets and, the copy. I remember we had a really great conversation around that I was, creating copy for some of my lead magnets and I realized through the conversation that, I don't have to do that. And the longer we've worked together, you have learned my voice and my style. And so now when you write things, you sound like me. And so, in the beginning, we were still learning each other, but now we're at a place where when you write something, I'm like, yep, that's it. That's absolutely it. So I've been excited about that. And then on the flip side, because we had been working so well together, I had brought you up to my church, and we too needed desperately some automations and some things to just go, while we're not even thinking about it. So you've been very, very helpful in terms of keeping our website up to date. And also, we have video announcements every week and things like that. And the biggest thing that you're doing for us on the ministry side is just holding us to task. And even with we recently just got off of a call for the Roadmap to Destiny conference. You've been very instrumental in holding my team to task. Things aren't slipping through the cracks like they were in the past because you've been so diligent about keeping notes and sending reminders and doing follow-ups. And so your organizational skills have just tremendously impacted my business and my ministry. 3 words. Just do it. Relinquish control. And you're going to be surprised at all of the things that you were neglecting that only you could do because you were doing things that somebody else could do. And that's what I'm realizing. I've had so much more time to do brain dumps and just have my own personal think tanks with me and AI. And, some of the things that I've come up with most recently, like my Next Level Her mentorship program, came out of the fact that I had the space to just think, and to be able to do some of, get in touch with, what's next in my business. And currently, what I'm excited about with you is scaling my business to 7 figures. And I know the key to that is working smarter, not harder. And so I would say to anybody who's been feeling stagnant in your current income status in your business, you're not going to get to the next level doing what you've done. What you've done to get here won't get you there. And one of the biggest keys for me was hiring a virtual assistant and the team to help me. So I'm not always sitting in Canva. I don't need to be sitting in Canva. I need to be thinking about, what is my unique value proposition? What can I offer that nobody else can? And be working on that and not content for a lead magnet. That's technically one word, but I want to say burden lifting. Yeah, I don't know what's a good synonym for that, but I feel a sense of I'm not alone, and that I have somebody to share this load with. So you have truly been a burden lifter, if that makes any sense. I just want to say thank you for all of the work that you have done. You have been an absolute pleasure. And a breath of fresh air to work with. After my last virtual assistant experience, I had decided I'm not doing this anymore. And I don't even remember how exactly I found you or how you found me. But you have restored my faith in this relationship between a virtual assistant and a business owner. And I'm hooked and I'm sold, and you're not allowed to go anywhere anytime soon.